Welcome back to my channel. My name is Rar. I'm a freelance photographer and videographer, and I do vlogs on the side. So whether I was just in the city or out birding, this was my everyday carry for the week when I was in San Francisco and in Yosemite. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to talk about is this Peak Design Everyday Zip 15 liter, I think it's called. I wanted something small for my flight over there, so I ended up just using the smaller bag that I have. So I got the Peak Design, and I also got this one, which I just used as my carry-on, and I didn't really use on the trip all that much. First off, none of these videos are sponsored. I'm way too small for that, and I'm just starting out on my vlogs. Second of all, I don't think these are like the best for me, but they're like what I have right now, and honestly they've been working out great, so I have no reason to actually upgrade them. So what I like about the Peak Design is that it's actually a really small backpack coming in at 15 liters. I'm not sure about international flights, but for domestic flights here in the US, it's really easy to just put it under your seat and just forget about it. And even though it's small, I can really fit in like quite a bit of things in it. I usually carry most of my things in my carry-on anyways, but it was really nice. Even though for birding, I didn't really pack it out that much. And honestly, for like city days, I just used the sling, but that's for later on in the video. One thing that I forgot to mention was the capture clip that I use on my backpack. On my backpack, I got this thing called the Peak Design Capture Clip. It essentially allows me to put my camera right here and just be hands-free without using a neck strap. That's pretty much it. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is my camera setup that I was using over there. For birding, I was using the Tamron 150 to 500, and for the camera I was using the Sony a7 IV. Ever since then, I picked up the a6700, which is probably what I'm going to be using more. But for then, I was using the a7 IV, and it worked really good. I just wanted something smaller for birding, and this is probably just going to be my permanent setup from now on. But yeah, when I was using the a7 IV, I was mostly using it in APS-C mode. Since this lens really is the sharpest at like 250 to 400, I turned on APS-C mode and like just locked it at 400. And sometimes I would push it to 500, but I would have to like bring up the f-stop to like f8 or f9, and that's really dark. Even though most of my shots that I shot at that f-stop were like some of my favorite ones, because I don't know, just being able to get like super close and at APS-C mode, like it's so nice. And I shoot on APS-C mode just to also use my electronic shutter plus compressed raw plus high plus whatever thing. It makes the sensor read out a little bit faster, I believe. I'm not sure if it's in the 20s or in 10s, but it like makes it pretty fast for birds in flight. Now the other lens I was using is the Sony 16 to 35 f2.8 G Master, first generation. I got it really cheap. I got it for like $9.50. But yeah, it's got like a tiny little scratch in the front, but you can't really notice it. And I already tested out like against the sun. Everything's fine. I'm so happy with the purchase, and it's one of my favorite lenses I ever bought. But yeah, I was using that mostly for Yosemite, where I was shooting the landscapes. And other than that, in San Francisco, I was just using a little DG cam, which is gonna come later on. I keep on teasing the sling where it has most of my things from most of the trip, but yeah. And besides that, my camera bag just had my batteries, filters, even though I don't think I used any of them. But yeah, my batteries, filters, chargers, and I think just the windbreaker for when it gets chilly there in San Francisco. Alright, so the other bag that I was using was this. This is the Alpaca Flight Sling. Yeah, the Alpaca Flight Sling, I think it's the 2 liter version. That's where I was packing my iPad mini, which stayed in the hotel most of the time, not gonna lie. Using this, it's really nice to just be editing on the go, and honestly, I've kind of converted to editing with the Apple Pencil, so I don't really need my computer if I'm not doing like professional work. It's really nice for just like editing my birding pictures on here. Also, this is where I carry my actual like phone and iPad charger, which is the Ugreen 65 watt. I don't know the exact name of it, but it's got like 4 ports in it. And yeah, it's been really nice. I just carry it with either just this one anchor cable, or I also have the iPhone braided cable that I use Okay, and one other thing I had in that bag, I completely forgot I took it, but it's the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. It's a really nice small camera, and I wanted something smaller that I can mount to my chest, but also has like kind of the same quality of the Pocket 3 that they have. And yeah, this has been just really easy to just vlog with and to like record like strapped to my chest, like my POV when birding. And the ability to be able to shoot on in D-Log, I think is what they call it, is really nice. I like really playing with the colors on that camera. It's probably the easiest camera I have to just carry around and not feel like in YouTuber mode or something. Just a camera to like document my life and like what I'm doing. Now for my other camera, I have no clue where it is. My favorite camera so far this year is probably this. I don't know if it's in focus, but it's the Lumix. Oh, it's the Panasonic DMC LX7. But yeah, it's a really nice camera. I've been enjoying this literally every day. I take it with me like everywhere I go because it's so small. I used to have two other cameras and I spoke about it in like a previous video, I think. Unless I didn't upload it. I keep on scrapping some videos. But it was a Sony Digicam that I used to have. It was nice and cute and small, but I don't think it shot raw, which I really like editing my pictures, so that was kind of something that I wanted. I had a Fujifilm X100F. That one was probably really close to beating this one in terms of like what I wanted. But honestly, it was too big. It didn't fit in my pocket when I wanted it to. And I don't know, it was a little too expensive for me to keep. I actually sold it so that I can get the 150 to 500 from Tamra. Which was also a pretty good deal. I got that for like 800, I think. This one wasn't that good of a deal since these have actually gotten quite popular. Maybe not this specific camera, but like just digicams in total. But I got this I think for 200, maybe under, I think it was under 200, maybe like 180. But honestly, I'm never gonna sell this thing. It's so nice. I love shooting RAW with it. I like that I can control aperture, shutter speed, and ISO quite easily. I mean, it's missing the ISO wheel for me. That's where I use the ISO. But honestly, it's like fine. I'm rarely adjusting that, and I usually am in like either shutter priority or an aperture priority. And it's super cool because it's got a little flash. Yeah, I love this thing, and it's just so nice to carry around. It's so small, kind of light. And on here I have the Peak Design cuff, what's it called? Yeah, cuff leash thing, I don't know. It's got the cuff, but it's a rope, but it's really nice and pretty nice, high quality. I don't know, I like buying their stuff. And it really just fits the whole vibe of the camera, which is like black on black and just, you know, small and nice to have. Maybe I'll get like one of their smaller straps, but honestly, this has been working fine. I don't need that. And yeah, the last two things that I have in there is the power bank, which is just a NEU, I think it's called. Oh my god, it's dusty as hell. But yeah, it's an NEU, it's 10,000. I think it's like 10,000, not megahertz, what's this thing called? Milliamp hours. 10,000 milliamp hours. It's got a built-in little holder thing where it also doubles as the USB-C cord. Let me see. You can see. I don't know, it's pretty nice. I really like it. The last thing I carried in there, but I really didn't use because I love AirPods, but they're just so, like, they fall out of my ears so easily. I don't know if that's just like a me problem, especially the right one. The right one falls easier than the left one. I don't know why. But yeah, that's all. I've always wanted to make one of these videos because it's like my favorite type of video to watch on YouTube. I don't know, it's kind of weird just watching gear all the time, but I don't know, just this and like packing stuff and just everyday carry stuff is so cool to me. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, or I hope that you got some inspiration to like make your own EDC, or I hope you got some inspiration on how to make your EDC or how to improve upon it. I don't know. I think I got mine quite dialed in. It's not what I exactly use for my actual everyday carry here in my home city, but it is something that doesn't really differ all that much. I got a little console that fits inside the sling that I'll probably make another video or a short about it. But yeah, thank you for watching. Laters.